Welcome to Live Action Star Wars Presents Data Link. I'm Ralph.
I'm James.
And today we're discussing the 45th anniversary of Star Wars, the 1-year anniversary of live action Star Wars, and celebration.
And celebration and everything else. Our last episode before Obi-Wan.
Right. That's in a day and a half or 2 days.
I mean, yeah, we were just talking about it before we went live. Like, there's so much happening this week. This is the last pre-celebration day. I think that kicks off tomorrow, doesn't it, officially? There's some big panels tomorrow. And then, you're going to be there Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, it's funny because, like, I live in Anaheim. And so this is just like, there's been zero prep other than, getting our badges and our vax stuff in order. And, but what's strange is it's like, I keep seeing everybody on our Twitter feed and our live action SW Twitter feed
coming to town,
posting pictures of In-N-Out, posting pictures of like this stuff. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's happening here. And all these people are coming here. I was just like, oh, because I'm not booking a hotel.
No.
I don't need to worry about transportation. I don't need to worry about I don't need to pack anything.
If you wanted to, you could go home for lunch. Like, it's so convenient.
Yeah, I'm not that close. I mean, I'm like 13 minutes from the convention center, but
pretty close.
If I wanted to, I could.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
I mean, you know what? Stevie was saying, are we gonna pack a lunch, or is there places to eat around there? And now that you bring it up, like, I have a cooler. I can just put food in my car.
It's
so I don't know.
It's convenient thing that you could be.
It is. And what's funny is we got the tickets 3 years ago. And yeah. And there's been like this waiting to see when it was going to happen. It was supposed to happen not even in May. It got pushed up to May.
Yeah.
Because I think it was supposed to happen like November or something.
Yeah, or it was later in the summer or something, and then brought forward again.
And then
been all over the place.
It's like finally here, and I'm like, I've done nothing to prep, and I don't have to, and it's strange because even when I go to like San Diego Comic-Con for a day, like there's certain things I need to do ahead of time.
Yeah, right, I mean
that's nothing.
That's a couple of hours away. That's a bit of a different trek sort of thing.
So here's the deal: like we're going to the convention center on Thursday just to get our wristbands for our COVID clear thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all we're doing. We're not going into the convention. So if anyone happens to see me then, like, I don't know, don't sneak me in, but just at least hang out a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm literally going down there. I don't even know if I'm going to have to like pay for parking just to get my wristband.
Who knows? And also, who knows how busy it is and everything. Like, I'm sure that when you get down there, it's going to be manic. And I think you're going to get that, oh man, I wish I was here today bug. But
yeah, but since we have nothing going on Thursday, and that's our only goal, we'll just do that. It's not going to be, we're not going to be standing in line and then being like, oh, we're missing out on blank.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't have any expectations for Thursday, so you can take as long as you need.
Yeah.
It's a great way to go about it. It's really handy and helpful.
Yeah.
Is there any particular panels that you're looking forward to? You're not really a panel guy, are you, in general?
I've never been a panel guy.
No.
Because when you get in there, a lot of times, well, this is just based on Comic-Con experience.
Yeah.
You are sitting so far back that you're just essentially watching a screen, which you can do at home on a TV.
I'll be doing that for a couple of panels from halfway around the world. There was a system set in place where you pick the panels you want to go to, and it was essentially just the first panels of each day. There weren't that many to choose from. Mm-hmm.
and we got the one for Friday, which is the ILM panel.
Yeah, the Light and Magic on the
Right.
celebration
And
stage, 11 till 12. I've got the schedule here.
Yeah, so we're going to that.
Cool.
That's the one we got. That's the one we got as far as that sort of lottery.
Oh, that's awesome as well, because you got Dennis Merrin, Phil Tippett, Joe Johnston.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of people there. That's awesome.
Yeah. We also got a shopping one to Funko. Yeah. Or at least Stevie did.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. So here's the deal. I don't collect pops.
No,
I have some.
Yeah, I've had one or two in the past, but like they're not my thing. No.
If I collect anything from pops, it's Green Lantern. That's the only thing I collect.
I mean, that's just because it's Green Lantern.
But I have like just a bunch of these, and there's not a lot to be had.
No.
So I told Stevie, I said, listen, I'm not going to embarrass you. I promise I'm not going to embarrass you. But I'm going to take this opportunity to talk to somebody at Funko about their treatment of Green Lantern fans. I'm going to need to speak to the manager, please.
I mean, I'd go in and talk to them about their awful decisions that they've done with the Scott Pilgrim franchise and not paying Brian Lee O'Malley anything for it. And I've got my own issues with Funko, but yeah.
Yeah, I figured I don't really need any Star Wars Funko stuff. We're kind of hoping for Loungefly, which is so Loungefly, I believe it's owned by Funko, or they're partners with Funko. So you've seen the backpacks that look really cool. It's usually like Disney, Marvel, Star Wars. They're it's stuff like that. They do wallets and backpacks. And I have no example. I could probably bring up a page, but we'd prefer that because the backpacks are cool. But I don't know. It just didn't work out.
Who knows?
I'm sure my sister will jump in here and say no more backpacks because we have so many backpacks.
Are you gonna try and get in the line for the celebration store, the one that like of all the exclusives?
I don't think I need anything.
I had a look through and I was like, the High Republic box set of like the first 3 books all signed in those lovely sort of hardback editions. If I happened to be there and there wasn't much of a line, I would and they were available because I think they're limited to 1,000. I might drop the money on it, but it's a lot of money. And it's like, I don't need that. But yeah.
Here's the thing. I'm a guy, we have an appointment with Funko, and I'm not a Funko guy, and chances are we're not going to buy anything for ourselves. I don't need it. I don't want anything. It has to be something really cool for me to want it. If there's anybody in the chat,
I was gonna say, you know what that means. If there's anyone in the chat or anyone who bumps into Ralph who does collect pops or does desperately want,
I just want to say anybody in the chat, because if you're watching this on Twitter, go over to liveactionstarwars.com, jump in the chat and let me know what you want. I'll DM you with my Venmo and you can let me know what you want, but you have to be in the chat in order to make this request. I'm not taking requests after this episode is done. So hop in the chat. And if you're watching this on non-Orthodox Star Wars Day, this is why you need to be in the chat. Yeah. So just jump in the chat, say me, and then I'll DM you. But we're gonna probably leave with as much stuff as we entered with. We're gonna go in and we're gonna look, and then I don't even know if I'm allowed to go in because it said that Stevie got the appointment. Interesting. So I don't even know if I'll be able to go in to see what's in there. So I feel like the only thing that I would even remotely want, and I don't know what Funko's offering. Yeah, would be some sort of really cool Ray pop. I'm sure they're going to have some different exclusives and things like that. I can't even imagine what I would want. It's like the Black Series figures. I've said it before. Like, I know as soon as I get one, it's going to be a slippery slope. I do have the only Star Wars pops I have are these bigger guys.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But what's good about these is I have is a Luke from episode 4, a Han on a Tauntaun from episode 5, and a Leia on a speeder bike from Return of the Jedi. So
Cool.
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
You've got
the
it
collection.
covered.
That's the complete set.
Very smart.
So yeah, I mean, I know they already did a Rey on her speeder, but that was a like a Celebration 2015 exclusive or something.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it would have been later than that.
So
But
it could
it
have
was
been
like,
2016, the one in London that I was at.
yeah, and it's like super expensive. So I'm good with my trilogy of.
Yeah. That's a good way of doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's sort of what
I
I
know
did
they
with a
made a
few Black
wedge,
Series. Yeah,
a wedge in
it's
a snow speeder.
that's pretty cool. I don't know, wedging his X-wing I'd be more about, but Snowspeed is cool too. I do like a Snowspeeder.
But the thing is, the what's cool about the ones I have is with Luke on his land speeder and Han on his Tauntaun and Leia on the speeder bike. Those don't have enclosed cockpits.
No.
And so like the wedge in the snow speeder looks weird because his head's outside like he's Dino from Flintstones.
I was going to say it looks like a kart racer game at that point. It looks like
exactly.
Yeah. Which has its own charm to it, but when the others don't have that, it's like it takes you away.
Yeah.
Interesting. Any other panels? You said you're going to the ILM one.
Oh,
Any
there's
others
only
that you're going
one.
to try to that you? Yeah.
There's only one panel that I will absolutely be at. I believe Patrick Kottner said he was gonna try to make it as well. Saturday, noon.
Yep.
I believe it's at noon.
I don't. There's 11 and there's 1. There's nothing.
What's at 11?
11 is Mando Plus, a conversation with John Favreau and Dave Filoni. I'm just trying to. Let me try and guess it.
I mean,
maybe it's not listed under this. This might just be these particular stages.
I think the ones that you mentioned are the ones that are being
in the big ones
being lotteried off.
Oh, okay, interesting. Okay, go on, hit me.
So Stevie says I have a Raider, Tuscan Raider on a dewback. That's adorbs. I got that at a cast thing for it's like $2. I mean, I have other Star Wars pops because some of them came in a box, like a subscription box.
Okay.
I think I have an IG-88 and a Boba Fett, but they're in storage. So I believe it's at 12 o'clock on Saturday.
Mm-hmm. On the fan stage.
On the fan stage.
Stevie, see, at least you got Stevie going. She knows where everything is.
Well, she knows. Well, she has the list. I guess I could bring my notes because she put a shared note with it. It is celebrating the Ewok adventures.
Oh, awesome.
So we're going to have a Walker there. And I don't know, and I should probably look this up, but the actor who played Teak.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So no Aubrey Miller, which is fine.
That's fine.
But I know I told Patrick. Patrick said he's going to be there, and I've been telling everybody who asked me about Celebration, hey, when are you going to Celebration? I say Friday and Saturday. If you want to see me, I'll be at that panel.
That's the unofficial Star Wars live action Star Wars meetup. I think is that panel.
Right. And I mean, it's like, for some reason, I feel like that's the only one I need to go to.
Yeah,
that's the only one I need to go to.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I'd be there right there with you, definitely. And yeah, the fan stage, I believe, like if it's like other ones, that's sort of off of the main show floor anyway. So it'll be a nice, easy one that you'll be able to just walk into.
Right.
So that's super cool. It's not in a separate room with a big queue or anything like.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I'll be over there.
Very, very, very jealous.
Yeah, I just saw it this morning on Twitter. Kevin Scott has been sort of giving his updates on his travels, and I'm like, man, you could like stowed away in his.
I could have just been in his bag. Yeah. I'd fit in a big suitcase.
Yeah.
I believe Kevin's probably got he's going to be at the audiobook panel because he does a lot of the audio dramas. So they've got like audiobooks of the written novels, and then they've done specific audio dramas. And he's sort of been the one championing a lot of those for the last few years. So I'd be surprised if they don't announce something with him at that panel.
Right.
Yeah, and it's for me, like if I was there, there's the tabletop games one on Friday evening that I would have loved to have gone to, and Del Rey and like the High Republic panels, I think are both on Saturday, or maybe on one Saturday, one Sunday. I would have tried to have got to those, but most of the others, I'm like, hey, if I happen to be able to walk in, great. If I was a sort of a seat filler, then that's awesome. But I'm not going to go out of my way and waste hours of my day in line for those things.
Yeah. I'm treating this like Comic-Con. I've had years and years of experience with Comic-Con.
Yeah, of course.
And for me, I pretty much enjoy walking the floor.
Yeah.
Checking out autograph areas, not necessarily getting autographs, just to see what kind of people are there.
I've done that at celebrations in the past. Like I've never got an autograph at celebration.
Yeah.
But I've wandered around all the autograph hall and like those areas because it's fun to just go, oh look, it's that guy.
Right. And I'm not really taking anything with me to get autographed, and I don't know what I would take with me to get autographed. I feel like the only person I'm excited to see, and I don't know if he's doing the autograph thing. I know he's going to be there. I don't know how these things work, but if I can see at least from a distance Ewan McGregor, I think that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, that's going to be nuts.
Mostly for Stevie, because as long as I've known Stevie, she's been a fan.
She's a big Velvet Goldmine fan.
Fuck, I saw that movie in the theater.
Yeah,
I got dragged to it.
Saw a lot of him there.
Yeah, if anybody want to see what Obi-Wan's dong looks like.
Very, very glittery.
Watch Velvet Goldmine. I mean, I'm sure you can just do a Google search.
I'm sure. He wasn't shy about it in his early years. He was not shy about it in the 90s.
And for good reason. I mean,
yeah, fair play to him.
I'm excited about Celebration. I feel like it's not real. Like, I feel like I've been doing a lot of work.
Delayed?
Well, the thing is, it's like I said, no prep. And also the majority of my week leading up to this weekend has been doing prep for the show, fixing up the site, getting studios set up. Someone had to go and join my Patreon this week.
Okay.
So
had to
alter the Photoshop file that has the names at the end.
God, so inconsiderate, signing up and giving you money.
And then I had to go into Final Cut for both our data link end credits and our live action Star Wars end credits, put it in, render them out, come over to StreamYard, upload them so that they're all set so I don't have to worry about it later. I'm like, you know what? They could be on next week's episode. No, it's not right. I can do it. I have the time.
Yeah.
And then I had to go do
the
cue the music and on my other show that also has the Patreons and the end credits. But hey, thanks to everybody who signs up for the Patreon. It literally, the money goes into an account that then goes out to all the stuff that we do.
We pays for being able to do this and do all the graphics and everything that you see with the show. Yeah, so
right. The Photoshop for the graphics, the StreamYard for the stream, and all that stuff. So thanks to everybody who does that. Patreon.com/CasinoSkunk. And I'm not mad. I'm not mad. It was just also like, oh no. There's so many things I set up, like studios for the 3 episodes we did this week, and then your YouTube bonus episodes, which everyone go back and watch if you haven't seen them yet. James did review of Star Wars Brotherhood and Star Wars Outer Rim, the board game, or it's a tabletop game. I'll just say,
this board game,
card game. Yeah,
no, this one's
I haven't watched that one yet.
Game. It's kind of I don't know. It's a weird board, so I mean. They're all tabletop games. They're all board games.
Yeah, so I've been like not getting sleep lately. Like I've been up since like 4. But the other day I actually nodded off again. I'm like, oh, I woke up. What time is it? 8:03. Perfect. I'm like, oh shit. I rushed over to liveactionstars.com and it was like, this stream ended 3 minutes ago. And I was like, fuck.
No,
Oh,
don't. I'm
I
glad.
felt
I'm
bad.
glad that you managed to get some sleep.
Yeah. Oh, but I got like, yeah.
It was good. It was the first time reviewing a board game for me, so it was an interesting experience. Thank you for the guys who were in the live chat. Much appreciated. Yeah. And yeah, everyone should go check out the game.
Jeremy Kelly says the new website looks sweet, by the way. It's very simplified. Looks better in Safari for some reason than it does in Chrome. Because it's adaptive. It moves based on your screen size, but for some reason on Safari, everything fits in nice and tight and snug. But it's very streamlined. And what's great is you can now watch our videos directly from the homepage. You don't have to click and open the link. You just hit the play button straight on there to watch the videos. So it's
just before we get off of the tabletop talk there, if anyone happens to be going to the tabletop panel at Celebration, I was reading in the notes and they specifically said, bring a bag, you might leave with a game or two. I don't know if that means that they're going to be like giving away promo cards. That? Like that's Friday I think Friday evening. Yeah. Like often with things normally at like specific shows for that, they'll have like a promo card that goes with another game, or they might be advertising some new stuff. I'm hoping that they announce some new games because it's been a while since we had anything new. The only thing that is new is the expansion for this coming out soon. So if there is something new, I'd love to know about it. I'd love to be able to talk about it on another bonus episode at some point. So yeah, let me know, or just tell me about it at the very least. That'd be cool. But only if you go in. Don't make special trips for people. But
let's do this. Adam's in the chat. I don't know if he's still in the chat, but Adam sent us stuff for Star Wars Day.
Yes,
and couple things. It didn't get to you in time for May the 4th.
It didn't.
Also,
international shipping. It's a whole thing. Brexit adds
so
a whole another level to that.
I have a basic idea what it is because I follow Adam.
And yeah, we both have a basic idea. He asked us a question a little while ago, and I feel like we have a rough idea.
And Adam, I hope you don't mind me posting this so people can see your work.
Yeah.
If you want to look at more of what he has. I haven't opened it yet. I've scored it because I wasn't going to try to struggle with it.
I have literally just opened this bit now. So mine is in a different packaging to yours.
So this is from Adam on Star Wars Day. It just happens to kind of fall on Orthodox Star Wars Day. So I'm already digging it. I'm already digging the colors. There's a note. I'm going to read the note real quick.
Okay, yeah, I've got a note as well.
Oh, shit. Mine's cool. Okay. So, keep up the great work with live action Star Wars. Happy May the 4th. Don't give in to hate, celebrate the love. Punch it. So, it says... yeah, so definitely 100% follow his Instagram.
Absolutely. And I mean, he's got his note of his stuff and he's got it in the Arabesh as well. That's super, super cool. Do we want to reveal these?
I've already
you've already got yours.
Lifted mine up.
I mean, come on.
It's a data pad. Oh, shit. Okay, so I'm an idiot. I'm sitting here looking, I'm like, oh, this is a really cool color. Yeah, this is really neat. And then I'm like, I saw yours. I'm like, oh, shit, yours is Wedge.
Yeah.
Mine's fucking Bosk.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
This is so cool. Adam, thank you so much. This is awesome. I'm putting on my phone.
I had a feeling. Yeah, me too. If I can. I'm afraid of ruining everything.
Yeah.
Get in there. You can do it. Oh, snug as a bug. Holy shit. If you see me at Celebration, ask to see my phone.
Hell yeah.
Because this is fucking amazing. This is cool. Really awesome. I don't know how he made this, but it feels like it came from a mold. It doesn't feel like it's like glued together. This is the coolest thing. Adam, this was worth the wait.
Yeah, absolutely it was. Dude. You just huffing paint. Wow. So, but yeah, I think we both had an idea that it was going to be a phone case. This is what Adam does. He makes these amazing custom phone cases, and he asked us specifically what each of us what model or phone that we have.
Right.
And at the time, you were just in the process of getting a new phone, I think.
Yeah, I got my wife got me this 13 Plus or 13 Pro. And I don't even know if they were out yet when Adam asked us, but I said, I'm getting one of those. And I was afraid that the case wasn't gonna, I mean, how are you gonna get the case? The phone's not out yet, but he got it.
That's so good. Yeah, I think phone case
This
is
is phenomenal. This is phenomenal. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna pop mine off now so that I can take a picture of it with my phone, and I'm gonna put mine up on the live action Star Wars Instagram. So if anyone wants a good look at the details and stuff, it'll be up on there.
Hold up on that,
okay.
so I can send you mine.
Yeah, send me a photo of yours, and I'll do a post with both of them.
Right. I'll use Stevie's phone.
That's smarter than me trying to get mine off and then take a picture of it.
Yeah, just keep it on there. Have Liz take a picture or something.
She's at work. Next time I see her,
we got time.
Yeah,
we have no content for you guys tomorrow. That'll be the content for tomorrow.
It's a 1 day off.
Yeah. Adam, dude, seriously, and I'm gonna pop this up
so
again.
Cool.
So everybody,
so cool.
Everybody, check that out, and get it commissioned.
Absolutely.
I've seen these what they call data pads, and I never thought of them, mimicking a character.
No, it's characters. It's so like iconically what that character is. Like not just the helmet stripe there, but like the color scheme, everything about it is like you look at that. I mean, even the flight suit chest. I love it. I love it so much.
It's amazing.
Very, very, very cool. Everyone should go and check him out, even if you're just perusing the Instagram and having a look at how cool all of these cases are.
I'm bummed that this has been sitting unopened for the last month.
Yeah, mine's been sat here, but like mine arrived, I think, a few days after May 4th. But then we decided let's do it on the anniversary show because it's a super cool thing for that. So yeah, Adam, thank you so much.
So speaking of anniversaries, it's our 1 year anniversary. It's the 45th anniversary of Star Wars. And I mentioned this on a different episode. I think I mentioned it on last week's regular episode. I wrote, I hate to call it an article because it's more of a opinion piece.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say. You could get that over at effingcool.com. It went up today, which is Orthodox Star Wars Day. Orthodox Star Wars Day, which I assumed was a thing, not as much of a thing as I thought. So there are some tweets. You'll get a couple each year that say Happy Orthodox Star Wars Day.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking that this could be our thing.
I'm all about it.
This is where the groundswell begins.
Yeah.
And here's the thing with the article.
We've lost Ralph. So the thing with the article is, let's try and guess what the thing with the article is. We've heard Ralph talk about his opinions on Star Wars Day and what May the 4th is and has become. But I'm going to let Ralph take it away because I think his audio is back now. There we go.
Am I back?
Yeah, Ralph's back. Ralph's back.
So here's the thing. The whole thing revolves around Star Wars Day. The article revolves around Star Wars Day, May the 4th, where every single corporate identity rolls out their Star Wars ads to cater to Star Wars fans because they know that day, May the 4th, will be trending, and it drives me nuts. And it mostly drives me nuts because it has happened over the course of maybe the last 7 years tops.
10 at a push, but like,
yeah. And so I feel like being an older guy, I'm the same year as Star Wars. Mm-hmm. I'm like, well, who the fuck are these people to come in so late to the game and start claiming they're all Star Wars fans? Like all of a sudden it's cool to like Star Wars. Where were you when I was a kid and people used to make fun of me for liking Star Wars?
Yeah.
Where it's corporate, it's a Hallmark holiday, and it drives me up the goddamn wall.
It is weird. I'm right there with you. I completely agree. It's weird that we get defensive and say it's a corporate holiday for Star Wars, which like is it's Star Wars. There's so much merchandising and everything, but it's the corporatization of it. And it also feels to me like the Big Bang Theoryification of it. I'm just like,
right.
ugh. It's just it feels tacky. I think that's the difference. It feels tacky,
right.
not earned.
But
yeah,
that's not the point of the article.
Don't give in to hate.
Celebrate the point of the article is, like anything else, why get in the way of anyone else's fun?
Yeah,
people
don't yuck someone's yum.
Some of the oldest fans I know love May the 4th, and it doesn't matter. It's only Star Wars, and why would I get mad at something that celebrates Star Wars? Because when I was a kid, people made fun of me for liking Star Wars, so it's actually nice to have something where globally people could come together and celebrate Star Wars. I just prefer May the 25th as a day, just because I celebrated that since I was a kid, because that's what was on the VHS box set. Was Star Wars came out May 25th, so did Return of the Jedi, and so did Solo.
It's always just been a day that has been sort of synonymous with Star Wars. Like
yeah. So for me, the point of the whole thing is like, if you say fuck Last Jedi, fine, but you don't need to.
Yeah.
You don't have to. If you don't like it, you know what? There's now in this world, there's so much Star Wars out there. There's so much Star Wars out there. I've watched like 2 episodes of Resistance, Star Wars Resistance. Wasn't my thing, but I'm not going to go online and bash it for being a kid's show or whatever.
For every one of you that doesn't like Resistance, there's going to be a few people out there that the only thing from the Disney era that they've liked is Resistance. You know, it's Star Wars is for everyone. There is something for everyone. I think that's the difference. It's saying Star Wars for everyone doesn't mean that all of Star Wars is for everyone. It means that there is something for everyone in there, but you don't have to like everything.
Right. And one of the things I think is important when it comes to talking about Star Wars, when it comes to celebrating Star Wars, having conversations. So if you don't care for The Last Jedi, if you don't care for The Rise of Skywalker, and someone wants to talk about it, hear what they have to say about it. Because there's certain things. We've done stuff on the show where I was like, I'm kind of whatever with it. But as you discuss it, you start thinking about it more, and you're like, okay, that's a pretty good point.
There was a couple of episodes of Book of Boba Fett that felt that way. Certainly for me, the Ewok movies, I didn't love those Ewok movies, but our episodes about those movies, your like passion for them is so strong. And then the discussion made me enjoy remember the things that I enjoyed about them.
And the discussion wasn't about me trying to get you to change your mind.
Nope, not once.
I feel like everybody should love Teak, and I don't understand why.
Everyone,
no, I know,
yeah.
But it's one of those things where it's like, at the end of the day, with all of the shit going on in this world that divides people, Star Wars is the one thing that shouldn't. It
should be the happy place. It should be the safe space that when the rest of the world's going to shit, hey, at least we've got Star Wars.
Right. And if you don't want to talk about Rise of Skywalker, talk about the thing you do like. Yeah. I'm not a book dude. James is, but I'm not going to give him shit.
No.
I'll keep telling him I'm not going to read it.
And I'll keep telling you about things that I think that you'll like about it, but I'm not forcing you to read this book or the podcast's over. Like, that's ridiculous.
And the thing is, like, you tell me the stuff and I like it. I'm like, oh, that is cool. I do like that.
Yeah.
And if you start telling me enough stuff I like, I might listen to a chapter or 2 of the audiobook.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you said Stevie was reading Light of the Jedi a little while ago.
I don't know which one.
one of the High Republic books, so I would assume
Right.
like the Jedi. But yeah, like that's cool. Like that's you're not gonna check these things out normally, but having these conversations, it might pique an interest, and that's what
my favorite
great
thing.
about it.
My favorite thing about her reading the books is we'll be laying in bed, she's reading her book, and she'll just say like, which one's an authority?
Yeah.
And I'll say, oh, it's a hammerhead.
Hammerhead. Yep.
Yeah, and I like stuff like that. But then she'll come across one where I'm like, oh, I don't know. And then we'll look it up. I'm like, oh, it's one of these guys. Yeah. Like Adigalia or something. Okay. But like that's fun. It's like just being able to for a second be in a different galaxy away from bullshit. It's like,
yeah, right.
Why would you not want to be happy?
Yeah.
Why would you want to be combative?
And if people want to celebrate that on a particular day, that's fine. It's
yes.
I think the thing that drives you and I a little bit nuts is when it's rammed down your throat and it's them then telling you have to celebrate it then. It's like, no, I'm good. Like you do you. I'm good. Yeah. I'm going to celebrate it on the 25th.
Like
21 days
water
apart.
Bottle, like water bottle companies. Where's your Star Wars stuff the other days of the year?
Yeah. You don't care, really.
Yeah, you don't care. There was a recently on Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. He played a supercut of newscasters being forced to say Happy Day the 4th. And it's hilarious. And it
painful.
It feels like they have to say it.
Yeah.
I love listen, I love Star Wars, and there's no reason to be mad at Star Wars. Like, I don't celebrate on May 4th. I literally think about Star Wars every single day.
Exactly.
The only reason I spent so much time this week, like really making sure everything's right for the shows we have coming up, is because I like Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know,
it's fun to do. I like these conversations that we get to have at least once a week.
We have an Invincible podcast, apparently.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's a really good point. This was technically our spin-off.
Yeah, this is our spin-off. But there's no Invincible, and when there's no Invincible, I don't think about it.
No, I don't.
And I've recently have been dreading the fact that one day they're going to drop an Invincible trailer, and I'm like, oh shit, I have another podcast to produce. I guess I'll just wait until it happens. But for this, I'm like constantly thinking about this show and how I can improve it and how, how much fun it's been. Like, so yeah. I just in the last year that we've been doing it, it's sort of become an interesting thing because my whole thing was, I don't really want to do another weekly podcast. That's like where I started. Let's do it bi-weekly. And I don't want to, I'm not a guy who celebrates the animated series. I've seen them, but I'm like, I don't want to have to end up covering every single episode of Clone Wars. So I'm like, how about this? Every other week we talk about something weird in live action. Like that's how it happened.
Yeah.
And it's evolved to us going beyond that and creating Data Link, which is now we do it.
We do talk about Star Wars every
other week. Yeah.
Yeah. But
we do.
It breaks it up enough. And I look forward to the Data Link episodes as much as I look forward to the regular episodes.
Well, I look forward to it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because last night I'm like,
there's no homework.
Oh, I don't have to sit here and watch blank. Yeah. I don't, whatever it is. I'm sure there's something in this last year that I watched where I'm just like, I wish we had done something else.
Yeah, I'm sure that I could pull one or two.
Yeah. Yeah. There's just certain things. Like, yeah.
We can blame Ed for at least one of those.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So the yeah, doing the Data Link has been a lot of fun because I did no prep for this.
No,
the Data Link background. The Data Link background is always the same.
The most prep that I did was making sure that I had the package for this next to me on the desk, and it's been there for a few weeks, so we're good.
And then I just made 2 banners, which I did immediately before we started.
Celebration this week.
Right. So like as far as our show goes, like I'm really happy where we are.
I love it.
I'd like more followers. So if everyone in the chat
Mhm.
and everyone watching this now,
That's the thing. When we knew when we started it, we're coming into an already saturated market. There is a
yeah,
ton of Star Wars podcasts out there. I do think that we've got a bit of a niche, with it being all the live action stuff,
mhm,
and things that people don't generally cover. But it's still, there are a ton of Star Wars podcasts out there that
mm,
are very well established, and there's a ton that don't get a lot of talk about that are really good. Um,
mhm.
I personally, I know I'm obviously going to be biased. I think we fall into that category, and so yeah, more followers would be amazing, but it's not going to stop us not doing it. I don't think.
It's funny. A year ago, we set up. We weren't doing live shows. We were doing pre-tapes, and I was doing a lot of editing, and it was a little bit of a slog. And I
Mm,
think going over to the live format um, is the reason why there's data link. Because
yeah,
I was spending like 4 hours editing an episode,
yeah, that's a
and
lot.
so now when we do about an hour a week, it's so much easier.
Hmm.
Um, and so it was funny at the beginning when the only thing we had up was our intro video,
Yeah,
which I feel like I'm ready to redo.
I think we
I
probably could.
think we could redo that one. It would be a little bit tighter, and we both have upgraded our cameras.
Yeah,
If you watch that video, it is tough to look at,
yeah.
and it's just a
I was using my
Starfield
built.
background.
I was using the built-in MacBook camera. I've got a
Yeah,
better camera now that I want to upgrade again, to be honest, because the autofocus on this thing really, really annoys me.
yeah, it's
It
weird.
happens. It happens once or twice an episode, and
You
it
have to sit
really.
so still.
I really do, and it's hard. I like to move around.
But what's funny was back then, a year ago today, we released our solo episode. We already had our intro episode up,
Hmm.
um, and it was just those two videos. And to start building up the different categories
Yep.
and to start filling in those
Getting
categories,
guests
like
on.
getting guests, like a lot of my picks that I did depended on how our YouTube page looked. So if we didn't have our documentary thing filled up, I wanted
Hmm.
more. I wanted the page to look full.
I always, unless we were doing a specific like run up to Boba Fett or run up to Obi-Wan, like I
Yeah.
would always try and mix it up. Like, so, okay, we did a movie last week, so I want to do something a bit more fun or behind the scenesy or something like that.
Yeah.
We try and mix it up a lot, which
E-
I don't know, that might hurt us because people might want to just follow a run of us talking about movies, but you burn through them so quickly doing it that way. This way
Right.
does mix it nicely.
Yeah. What's
And
fun
we do
about the
still have quite a
categories?
long list. We do still have quite a long list of things that we can get to.
Oh yeah.
And whenever we've got a guest on, they generally mention, "Oh, have you seen this?" And we'll add it to a list. But
We still have 4 films to cover.
we haven't touched the sequel trilogy yet,
Yeah. Or
um,
Rogue One.
or Rogue One. Um,
But so what's fun about it is you mentioned the guest is we're only allowed like 10 categories on the main page. And so
okay.
I filled them with like our uploads, which is
Hmm.
just if you come to our page, you want to know what the newest thing is, cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Films, television series, documentaries, and stuff like that. I had one for Mandalorian, which has been ditched,
Hmm.
and I had one for Book of Boba Fett, which has been ditched,
Hmm.
and they've been
That's
combined
seasonal.
into Disney Plus series as the category, so that I could create a category for episodes that just feature our guests.
Great.
Because we have so many guests,
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually open this up, and
While you're doing that, I'm just going to mention Luch Johnny says here he loves that we do our streams during the day while he's working so he can watch. But as far as streaming goes, I know it's probably not good prime time. It's one of those things that it works out nicely for us. Ralph is fine with getting up early, and I'm grateful for
yeah,
it. I can get an episode done. I can get an hour done before I have to go to work. I when I'm working on a Wednesday, I do have to bail straight away. But again, it's just convenient that I work nights, so I start late afternoon UK time, and Ralph's got the whole day ahead of him when we finish. So if I was in a different job, our time would be different. If Ralph was doing something else and needed to be up early or out wasn't around, our times might change. And over the years that might change in the future, but for us it's really convenient now. And like we like that we've got you guys who are sort of our loyal people in the chat that we can always count on. Who, yeah, it is convenient for you guys, and that's awesome. But yeah, prime time. It's awkward because prime time for me in the UK and prime time for Ralph on the West Coast is going to be so totally different.
Completely different. So here's all our categories. Look how full this channel is now.
It's awesome.
It's so great.
Yeah.
And now I've set up the live streams for the first 3 Kenobi episodes, just so I don't have to worry about them the day of. But what I wanted to do is mention all the guests that have joined us. And here we have our special guest. And also, if you look down below, there's a couple of these multiple playlists. There's this one where it's us as guests on other shows.
Yeah.
So check out those, because a lot of our friends were kind enough to ask us to be on.
Yeah,
but
we always like doing it. Like, again, scheduling wise, if we can make it work, we'll do it. We're suckers for the attention, apparently.
But I mean, I super appreciate everybody that's come on and been a guest, because sometimes their schedule can be a little bit different.
Yeah, it works nicely. So for the next few weeks, for instance, I'm not working on a Wednesday, so I'm able to do different times. So it's convenient if we are able to get guests on.
Yeah, we have one guest. Confirmed. Verified.
Yeah.
And I asked Eddie Pence if he wanted to join us on Friday's episode.
Yeah.
But he takes his son Colton to school at 7:30. I'm like,
of course.
Shit. Okay.
It's these first 2, because of you being at Celebration, makes it like it's actually you that needs to be out early rather than me for a change.
Right. But yeah. I'd like to just thank these folks. There's not too many, but it's not going to be a long list. But Mark Vibert of Holdo Maneuver Podcast, who's in the chat right now. There he is.
Thank you, Mark.
Patrick Kottner, who's been on a couple times from the George Lucas Talk Show. I'm excited to see him.
Yeah.
He was our first guest. Ed. I guess
Ed.
we can think Ed.
Yeah. We can blame Ed.
Chrysanthi Tan.
Yep.
Who
invited both of us individually onto their show as well, which was really good fun. Go listen to Star Wars Music Minute.
Star Wars Music Minute. Riley Silverman, who
go pre-order.
Talked about her book.
Yeah, go pre-order.
She told us after the episode of some books that she has coming up. And listen, I'm not a book guy. You guys know I'm not a book guy. I am pre-ordering one of her next books.
Is she? I assume she's going to be at Celebration. I think there is a panel that it wouldn't surprise me if some of those books get announced at. So
yes, and I will be retweeting them.
Absolutely,
especially the one.
Oh, I know the one you're on about.
Especially the one. Rick DeMint from Portroids, who now has started a Star Wars Portroids Instagram page.
Yes, SW.Portroids, I believe. Yeah.
Which is going to make it easier when he comes back on our show.
Yeah.
Because I've been telling him, I'm like, we want you on the show.
We're going to do a data link just talking about Star Wars people that he's taken Polaroids of.
Silver from Star Wars Thrifting, who I can't wait to meet at Celebration. Adam Frazier, who is also going to be at Celebration, who I'm excited to meet in person. He goes way back to Dharma Lord's days.
Adam's great. Adam, and also I've been reading Slash Film and specifically his Slash Film articles for years. So yeah, Adam's good. Great follow on Twitter.
Ken Plume, who has a new Star Wars show that just came out this week. He has guest Joseph Scrimshaw, and it's called Force 5, where he brings on a guest to talk about their 5 favorite Star Wars toys.
Star Wars podcasting royalty, really.
Yeah. Of course, Jay. Did I mention Jay and John? Jay and John from Toy Geeks.
Yeah.
A fantastic episode.
Jay's been on a few times.
Jay's been on a couple times, and as for mentioned, Eddie Pence, who is probably the most enthusiastic Star Wars fan I know.
I love that episode. That was great. What a way to kick off Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, and I was like, oh shit. I sent him a message, and I was like, I know this is a big ask. I know it's early in the morning, but yeah, he won't be able to make it. We'll get him on one of the episodes. Maybe the finale.
That's episodes 5 and 6 are going to be work day episodes for me. They're the only 2 of the season that are workday, and we've got someone, I believe it's episode 4 that we've got booked in. So maybe check them out for episode 3. Episode 3 would be awesome. Next Wednesday. Wow, yeah, that's next Wednesday.
Oh shit, that's right.
We're gonna be halfway through the series this time next week.
That's messed up. I like that. I don't like that at all.
But yeah, possibly next Wednesday.
Remember when Invincible dropped its first 3 episodes day 1, and I was losing my mind.
Yeah.
I did not know how are we going to do this? I'm not doing 3 episodes in one day. I can't do that.
I mean,
and I've never done a podcast where I've covered more than 1 episode.
There will be 4 episodes of live action Star Wars up this week, because I had my bonus episode. We've got this, and then we've got 2 Obi-Wans. And then there was 2 episodes last week because I had another bonus episode and our last regular episode. So that's 6 episodes in just over a week. Like that's.
And you kind of took the heat off of me for not doing a lightsaber review.
That's fine. I'm happy to do it. And yeah, whenever there's a new book, if anyone knows how I can get on an advanced reader copy list for Star Wars books specifically, because I can get some books, but like Star Wars books seem to be very hard. I'm sure it's Lucasfilm Publishing and Del Rey and everything, but there are enough out there. So I don't know, maybe we're just not big enough yet, but let's boost it up so I can get these reviews out like day of release, because if I can read them in advance, I'd be able to get these reviews out quicker. But yeah, the reviews will come basically as soon as I can finish reading the book. So generally within a week, 2 weeks tops, of when the new books come out. So
read faster.
I try.
Hey, have you have a guy at work that sleeps?
A comment.
I forgot you have people that listen to this or know are aware of it. They're just aware of it, right? They're not watching.
Who knows? Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not.
Well, whatever you do, don't read during work.
Oh no, of course I would never.
All right.
Speaking of, we should probably wrap up so I can go to said work.
Happy 45th to Star Wars.
Happy 45th to Star Wars. Happy 1 year to us. Thank you guys so much.
Happy
thank you, Adam.
45th.
So much.
Yes, Adam, that's awesome. I'm gonna say happy 45th birthday to my friend Dan. Who was born the day Star Wars came out.
That's an amazing birthday. I've got my friend Pete, it's his birthday today. Not 45, but I think 36, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah. Star
Wars was done by then. Listen, everybody, head over to liveactionstarwars.com and subscribe and like and all that annoying stuff that people ask you to do.
It's one of those ones where it's like, I hate doing it, but it does make sense why they do it. I get it. But yeah, please do all that. It's helpful.
Yeah, we do have viewers that aren't subscribed. And subscribing helps YouTube let other people know that we're out there.
That's the main reason to do it, is to
leave some comments. Go on Twitter, find James's book review.
Yep.
Retweet it, tag Del Rey Books, say you love these reviews and that you would love to have James get advanced copies. Happy Orthodox Star Wars Day to everybody. Thanks to everybody that not only is in the chat today, but who has ever been in one of these chats.
Yep.
You don't have to be here. You can be doing a million other things.
When we decided on the time that we can record these things, we were like, we'll do them live. We probably won't have anyone in the chat. And the fact that we've every week, even when I'm just doing a board game review, there's at least a few people kicking around. It really does add an extra level to us. And it helps the show, definitely. So thank you all so much.
Also, you won't notice this in the live version, but once this is up on YouTube, I have now curated the end of each podcast. I've curated a playlist. So when this video ends, it'll link to something that I chose I think would be a good follow-up to this video. Awesome. So you'll probably notice that the Patreon names have been updated. Thanks to Joey G for adding his name to the list. But there's going to be a little bit of more time after that. so that the names don't get covered up by our suggested videos. So that's that. Thank you, everybody. Happy Orthodox Star Wars Day. Hashtag, and if you're talking about Star Wars today, hashtag a Orthodox Star Wars Day. Let's get this thing going.
Yep, let's keep it going.
And let's make this a thing. And then when people say, where the hell did this Orthodox Star Wars Day thing come from? And you could tell them it's live action Star Wars.
Definitely. And yeah, you don't need to wait for us to be back too long, because, you know, on Friday, in 48 hours time, we will be here again talking about the first episode of Obi-Wan. We are both only going to watch the first episode before we talk on the podcast. So please don't spoil anything from episode 2. If you're going to join us in the live chat, don't spoil anything from episode 2 in there before we get going. We'll talk, and
we'll mention it then too.
We'll mention it then, but just so you're forewarned, because you're our loyal people here. So yeah, enjoy Obi-Wan Kenobi. Enjoy Star Wars Celebration if you're going. Don't give in to hate.
Celebrate the love.
Punch it.